So are you living day to day from here or from here? That's the question. How are you living every single moment, every single day? Are you trying to work it out, what to do? Is it coming from above the shoulders? Are you trying to work it out from the CPU unit, from the computer unit? Mentally, trying to make shit happen and try to process stuff and to come up with the decisions? Or are you letting it flow through you and come through you naturally through your intuition? That's the question. And I think a lot of the time the answer is not potentially one or the other, but it's a bit of a mix. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. And I absolutely feel that, and I can sense when I'm pushing too hard, it's often coming from a place of fear. It's coming from a place of lack, worry, concern. Definitely not coming from a place of abundance and trust and love or anything like that. It's coming from the opposite, and fear. And it's in that fear that I feel like make decisions coming from the shoulders up. And then you're trying to mentally work it out, which is exhausting, which creates stress, creates anxiety. And so why a practice like meditation and also other practices like breath work and mindfulness practices and yoga and stuff which aligns your head and your heart. So those practices are so important in day-to-day living. So my experience around consistency of meditation, especially the difference between doing it more than just casually, just when you need it, as a solution to feeling stressed or anxiety or upset or angry, and reaching for meditation as a rescue and as a solution. Instead, if you consider that you're using meditation as your compass and you are a meditator as opposed to using meditation as a tool outside of yourself, when you bring it more as part of yourself, as like you considering yourself as, I am a meditator and I do this practice because it has so many benefits for me. One of those major benefits is that I've found that when I do it consistently, day in, day out, for long periods of time, with the intention of connection as opposed to just relaxation, with the intention of connecting to something bigger, higher, deeper, more than my human side, more of a being side. Doesn't matter what you believe in, whether you believe in God, this, that, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But when I somewhat let go and escape and surrender into that and meditate into that and do that consistently, my experience is that I come from more place of below the shoulders, or from more of a heart-centered kind of generated place. So it's coming from a core which is connected to something bigger. I don't know how to language that for you. That's your own, whatever your experience of life is. For me, I'm not sure I wouldn't use the word God. I would use something like life force, or something which is bigger than the human side. It's the life energy or vibration or the creation of life or love, or tapping into that which we are is our life force. So for me, it's this little bandwidth. And the experience for me is I'm either consistently meditating and I'm up this bandwidth up here, where I'm coming from a place of deeper intuition, where I'm letting things flow through me and I'm listening to it. My inner compass is the thing which is driving decision making, and things are falling in front of me and I'm trusting in that. Sorry, I'm sweating a lot. It's really humid and hot. But when I'm doing the practice and I'm really surrendering into it and I'm coming from that intention, things like seem to naturally fall in front of me and are giving me greater signposts as to what to do and which direction to take and what decisions to make. And they feel right. And they provide me with the courage and the bravery to step into something, even if it feels scary, because it's coming from a place of much bigger, and generally it serves you in so many ways that feels right. It just feels right. Whereas if I come away from the practices, if I just live life without them in my world, then it feels empty. It feels like I'm trying to make it work as a human and it's hard. It's coming from a place of lack of, concern, worry, I don't have enough, and fear. So when that is the core of the decision making, then it goes straight up into the head, and the head is trying to work it out. And that's where a lot of anxiety and stress and worry and concern comes from. And it often leads us to things which end up being escapes from life, and to numb the pain and to numb the feelings that are associated. So I can sense when I'm on this bandwidth, I can sense it. And I know that when I'm really conscious about what I'm doing and I want the best for myself, and then I'm consistent in my practice, I'm up this end of the bandwidth. I'm moving towards love, abundance, synchronicity, flow. My decisions are in integrity and in my value system, and good things are coming and I can handle them. And even if things are challenging, I have the capacity to handle them, and I have more courage, and it feels right. It just feels like my intuition gets stronger. And when I don't do it, I can literally feel it sliding down to the fear side. And that's where what lives for me is fear, anxiety, stress, difficulties, not coping, leading to escapes, leading to numbing the pain, leading to addictive type behaviors in order to so-called rescue me, but not serving me at all. And so, yeah, the benefit of using practices like meditation means that you end up coming more from a heart space rather than a head space. My decisions from here. And the way to make it happen more from here is these practices. And that's the thing which connects you to something greater, and then it comes through you. That is the experience that I have with meditation over the last 27, 28 years, is that deeper connection to something bigger than myself. And then all of a sudden it starts playing out in my world, in my decision making, in the choices I make, in the people I choose to surround myself with, and the ripple effects. You end up being just a much nicer human. You end up being more generous, more giving, more compassionate, just looking to give back more and give more to somebody else and less about you. So the question is, where are you on the bandwidth? And what sort of practices do you have in your daily world in order to fill your cup, in order to help you to come from here rather than here? And I know that it'll be a mix. It needs to be a mix, because sometimes you need to use your mental space in order to make a full decision, holistically, looking at all of the factors. I know that I really want to come from a place from here. That's the center, that's the core of decision making. So hopefully that speaks to you in some way. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.